You talk about crushed. You talk about crushed. This time, my friends, because of how close I was to him, I cratered. I tried to rise. I went off to graduate school thinking, well, I'll meet new friends. I won't be as lonely. Maybe I'll find the woman I'm destined to be with. Who knows? Well, it didn't exactly work out that way. There was obviously no one that was going to fill Keith's shoes, and no one will, except for my relationship with God, until I see Keith again in the eternities. This one, I got to tell you this. This one lasted 6 years. 6 years. I didn't know what I did. I didn't know what to do. I knew God had a purpose for me, but I was wandering aimlessly, listening to Brad and Jim Bob, a little bit more Jim Bob, and so I was going downhill. And things came to a head on March 16th, 2009, when my daddy passed away. I was like, okay, show me what to do, Heavenly Father. I don't know what else to do. And I was losing faith fast. I was sinking fast. It was about 3.5 months after Daddy died. Some of that sadness started turning into rage. And I was concerned that rage would turn into rebellion. One day, I was staying at Jim Bob's house, and his family had a policy, no proselytizing. So the missionaries come knocking on the door, and they asked if they could come in, with this person they're prospecting with. I said, guys, I can't do that. This is not my home to open up to. And so the problem came to this. The problem came to this. But then they decided to take me to a nearby park. And that's where I met my friend Michael. And he helped me see, Jimmy, no offense, but Brad and Jim Bob, they're knuckleheads. These guys have been leading me down the wrong way for a long time. A long time. Number 5. February 4th, 2013. This has been going on for about maybe a month or so. My friend Jim Bob was starting to get flaky and just acting like he really didn't want me around at all anymore, period. And finally he called me. I had been going to some of his meetings. I'm not going to go into particulars what was involved. And he gave me an ultimatum: leave your church. And I said, okay, bye. And the breaking off of that friendship with Jim Bob just really hurt. Because the sadness quickly turned into rage. And then back into sadness, which humbled me for a time to want to go back to the Lord. But then, by July of 2013, the sadness had turned back into rage and then full out rebellion against God. I stopped going to church. It was like the enemy was making me feel useless. It's like, you're alone anyway, so you might as well just give up. You're alone, so what does it matter? Finally, At the time, me and my friend Michael were living in a little town called Llano. And I came to him one day, I said to a head, I was like, look, this ain't working for me anymore. I'm miserable. Whatever problems you're having in your marriage, you need to reconcile. Because I can't stay anymore. I can't afford to stay anymore. So we came back home. I'm not back home, but maybe 1 week, and I've repented and gone back to the Lord. And it was slow going, and I was able to make it just fine. Number 6. June 24th, 2015. My friend Michael moves for about a little over a year or two, Anson, Texas. And we think, oh, this could be an amazing adventure for him. It's a small town. He's a hermit. It's right up his alley. Should be no problem at all. I came back home, and it's just like utter misery. Utter misery. I was going to school and doing well the year before that, getting my second bachelor's degree. And I went back to school, and it's kind of like, sad, this sucks. Maybe I was better off back with Brad and Jim Bob. And around that time, my brother introduced me to a girl. I don't know. Maybe they thought that we found some commonality, and I don't know about falling in love or whatever, but, well, I'm not going to go into the story except for this. I saw her for the first time in December 2015, and I started falling in love fast. And my friend Michael kind of warned me of the dangerous signs. And then New Year's Eve, she told me she wanted me to marry her, but it had to be outside my church. And there were some things about my faith I had to abandon in order to be married to her. And my friend Bishop Dave and his wife, who are moving, this week. Well, Bishop Dave, his wife, was going to be calling him pretty soon. He's like, hey, Jimmy, this is a reactive field. Get out of this. And they were right. I got burned. Pretty bad. And I gotta say, after I was done with that particular routine, my friend Michael moved back, say about, 7 months after she and I broke up. And I was depressed and angry. This time, though, I would not let it turn into rebellion. I needed God. And so, I don't know, it's like I was going through the motions. And then something just told me, hey, start your first YouTube channel. And let me tell you something. Doing those YouTube videos was a highlight of my week. Was wonderful. I totally enjoyed it. I still enjoy it. But breaking my leg in January 2018 helped me see what support I had. Number 7. The pandemic, or shall I say, a plandemic. This helped me. This forced me to come out of my comfort zone there for a while. When things were looking good. But then I don't know, I'm still in some of the throes of that. The loneliness way can be a very difficult and hard road, but it's manageable. Because there's always a silver lining at the end of this. You can overcome this. You can overcome this. Because I'll tell you something. This current one, number 7, in my adult life, this one has really been a difficult one for me for the past 2 years. But look at this way. I look at some of the ones in my adult life, how long they lasted. The first one lasted 2 years. And God saw fit to intervene and make some steps. Of course, I made some steps. I got bold. And then the one in 1995, 1994, December 1994, that one was answered again in December of 1995. And then there was my divorce in February 1999, and it received its full answers in 2001. And then there was missing Keith, and to be honest with you, that one lasted 6 years until Michael come along. And then the break off from Jim Bob, I was lucky. That only lasted 6 months. And then Michael moving away. To be honest with you, that one lasted a while. Even after he came back, that lasted a while. And I had to wait 3 years for the Lord to start answering my prayers. And that's where some of the deepest content comes from. Hope you enjoy listening to Entirely Pattern 2.0. If you get my country here, please subscribe and become a citizen of Pattern Realm. This is Jimi Hendrix saying until next time, don't you just sit there and take it. You go out there and build your dreams so you can take it. I know it's lonely. Do what others don't so you can be what others won't. And do what others won't so you can go out there and have what others can't. And even though you're lonely, there's gold out there for you. Choose, act, and pursue happiness. God bless you. I'll take care. You take care, you guys. You hear?